Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you a very in-depth op guide. So basically, a lot of you have suggested for me to do this guide. And I'm just going to be explaining the basics and fundamentals of opping because there are a few that if you don't know, it's going to be really hard to op. So the first thing is learning how to buy the op. I know sounds kind of simple, but really this is the most expensive gun in the game. So you're really going to want to be saving for at least 2 rounds in order to buy it. So if you win pistol round, for example, you're only going to want to buy like shorty and maybe light armor or, yeah. So basically you're just going to want to save for 2 rounds in order to op. So you're going to want to tell your team that you're planning on doing that and they can maybe help support you since you don't have as good of guns. You can also play around them to pick up their guns. But once you get this gun, now you can talk about the fundamentals. So basically there's no one on this map, but you want to be aiming for the chest. So if you can think of headshot level, just try to aim like slightly below that. Because if you aim for the head with the op, it's going to be much harder to hit shots. You're just shooting one single bullet. So aiming for the chest is a one-shot kill. Also, make sure that you don't aim for the lower half because that will be what we call a leg. If you leg someone, you hit them in the legs and you don't kill them with the op. It's really unfortunate, but you really want to be aiming for the chest. If you get a headshot, great, but what we really don't want is to hit them in the legs. So, other than that, we want to hold angles. I picked this map specifically Haven because there's so many places you can op on this map that it's kind of scary to play against a good Jett that knows how to op. So basically, we can first op like right here. This is called window, so you can op from right here. So this is called holding angles or holding an angle. So basically, what that means is we're just waiting for them to come to us, and if we wait and they actually come to us, this is a free kill right here. I'm gonna be talking about defending and attacking with op in a second, but for now, just know that you should hold angles on defense and on attack. It's much easier on defense, mainly because whenever you're defending, they have to come to you, and whenever you're attacking, they pretty much they don't have to peek you. So that's if they know you're opping and they don't want to peek you. Like say for example, I'm over here. This is a really good place to hold an op with. If they know that you're opping already, then there's a slim chance they're actually going to peek this. But this is a good angle to hold regardless. So the difference between attack and defense is that you're gonna actually have to push up the site here eventually, like before the round ends, of course. But hopefully your team can do that, or you have knives or something, right? So next, I'm gonna explain one more really important thing, which is rotate between sites on defense. So let's say I look right here, one round, right? I get a kill, we win the round, but now I want to make sure that I'm rotating. I want to make sure that I'm not opping the same place multiple rounds in a row. If they know I opt there last round. So if I was opping something and no one saw me and I didn't shoot, then I can stay there again. But in that scenario, if I kill one, we won the round. We want to come reposition. This is a pretty good place to opt from. You can also opt from back here. It doesn't really matter the exact whereabouts. Like you could even come over here and then dash off to the side. And then just like that, if you get another kill, you win the round. You're gonna want to come over to A this time, or you can go back to B. The whole point is to just kind of swap it up. Opping right here is very common to see. Another place you can peek is short. I think long might be a little bit better, just because this angle is a little bit weird. People expect it, so be aware of it. But other than that, now we're gonna be talking about Jett with the op and what you should be buying in terms of sidearms with the op. So Jett is definitely the best agent you could op with. I think that's pretty conclusive. There's a few other agents you could op with, like Reyna, arguably, but she's really not. She doesn't do the same things Jett does, and the Jett has, in order to make her a good opper. So the reason that Jett's really good at opping is, of course, because she has a dash, and so if you get a kill, you can just dash, or even if you shoot and you miss, you still have your dash to get out. And surviving with the op is really, really strong, because you can reposition to hold a different angle, a little more of a defensive passive angle. And it's going to be really good. So say I take a shot right here, I miss, and I dash. I trolled that, but yeah, we shoot, we miss, or get a kill, and we dash. Now we can hold from back here, right? Because we have the dash. If we don't get a kill and we're playing Reyna, then we have a pretty good chance of dying there, because we have to actually turn and jump down. But you can op on any character though, that is true. But Jett just excels at it the most. So in terms of what you want to buy in sidearms, you probably want to buy shorty, especially if you're playing Jett. It's kind of just the best sidearm to have with the op, in my opinion. You could go something else like the sheriff, but I would suggest the shorty because basically what the op lacks in short range fights, the shorty makes up for it, because obviously shorty only has short range fights. So something that you could do is, you know, say you're holding like right here, and then there's someone right here, and then they run up on you, you miss, and they're like running up to you. So you shoot smoke, you walk into the smoke, see if they're running up. If they're not, you can walk back. But if they do walk in, you'll hear them. Like for example, if I shoot smoke right here, and I'll hear them like right here, and if they come into my smoke, they're just dead. And again, I can just jump or dash back. And so the reason this works so well is because people are like, okay, there's the op, push him. And basically, because they think you're going to be defenseless at close range, but actually if you have the shorty, you're kind of just a menace, right? So this is the really kind of important aspect of opping on Jett, or one of the many important aspects. Probably the most important thing to understand is that you should be holding angles, and that you should rotate on defense. So again, going from on this map A to B, or B to C, B to, you know, wherever, as long as you're consistently swapping it up, you're doing good. Make sure you're holding angles on attack. It's a little bit harder, but still continuing to hold angles. Another one that you might want to hold is over here on C. Although this one's a little different because you actually have to peek here. If you peek with a drone, it's a little bit better, but you want to clear like this here, just like this. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions about this, let me know. Slightly longer guide than my other ones, but I did say in-depth, you know, guide, so hopefully it was helpful. If you guys have any other suggestions or comments or anything, also please subscribe if you are not. I'm trying to get more my audience, percentage of my audience subscribed, so if you're not, please subscribe. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.